Hi, welcome to AGH at Home Storytime. My name is Sara Dickinson. I'm with the Art Gallery of Hamilton, and this is my friend Olive, and this is Bean, and we are so glad, we're so glad you could join us today for Storytime. Today we're going to be reading The Dot by Peter H. Reynolds, published by Candlewick Press. Art class was over, but Vashti sat glued to her chair. Her paper was empty. Vashti's teacher leaned over the blank paper. "Oh, a polar bear in a snowstorm," she said. "Very funny," said Vashti. "I just can't draw." Her teacher smiled. "Just make a mark. See where it takes you." Vashti grabbed a marker and gave the paper a good strong jab. There. Her teacher picked up the paper and studied it very carefully. She pushed the paper toward Vashti and quietly said, "Now, sign it." Vashti thought for a moment. "Well, maybe I can't draw, but I can sign my name." The next week, when Vashti walked into art class, she was surprised to see what was hanging above her teacher's desk. It was the little dot she had drawn. Her dot, all framed in swirly gold. I can make a better dot than that. She opened her never-before-used set of watercolors and set to work. Vashti painted and painted. A yellow dot, a green dot, a red dot, a blue dot. The blue mixed with the yellow. She discovered that she could make a green dot. Vashti kept experimenting. Lots of little dots in many colors. If I can make little dots, I can make big dots too. Vashti splashed her colors with a bigger brush on bigger paper to make bigger dots. Vashti even made a dot by not painting a dot. At the school art show a few weeks later, Vashti's many dots made quite a splash. Vashti noticed a little boy gazing up at her. "You're a really great artist. I wish I could draw," he said. "I bet you can," said Vashti. "Me? No, not me. I can't draw a straight line with a ruler." Vashti smiled. She handed the boy a blank sheet of paper. "Show me." The boy's pencil shook as he drew his line. Vashti stared at the boy's squiggle, and then she said, "Please sign it." The end. I am a big fan of Peter H. Reynolds, and his stories inspire me to crack out some watercolors. So I went back to my dried up marker collection and made a few more watercolors. And if you recall from a few weeks ago, our early days with Storytime, we soaked them in water and then just let them sit for 2 or 3 days until you see the color starting to change. So I thought maybe we'd have a little bit of fun with watercolors today. I'd also like to show you some work by Hamilton artist Nancy Benoit. Nancy is a mixed media artist living in Hamilton, and she is also an artist educator with the Art Gallery of Hamilton's AGH in-class and online programs. This piece is entitled Rainplay 2017 Watercolor on Paper. Does this remind you of our story? Makes me think of Vashti's excitement when she discovered watercolors and dots. This piece is entitled Springburst, Watercolor on Paper 2017. How many flowers can you see? And also, what word pops to mind when you look at Springburst? How does it make you feel? Thanks for joining us today. I hope that you have been inspired to do a little watercolor exploration of your own. Try and hunt down those dried up markers because it's so nice to be able to recycle them. And I want to thank Nancy for sharing some of her work with us. And I do hope that you will join Tyler for Storytime Art on Thursday at 2:30. And have a great week. Enjoy the beautiful weather that we have. And I look forward to seeing you next week for Storytime. Bye for now.